seems that Fox Sports, Colin Hurd, Emmanuel Acho, I don't watch Fox Sports other than kind of like peeking in at Undisputed every now and again. I really don't even watch ESPN no more. I used to be the guy that watched PTI and Uninterrupted. I'm surprised some of them shows still on the air. But after a while, it got played out, got still, get older, you see the agendas that they pushing on there. So I really don't even watch sports. I used to religiously watch ESPN News just for the highlights. I ain't have to deal with all the other bullshit that came with it. But nonetheless, you know, I really don't have time to watch it no more. But nonetheless, apparently they feel that the Detroit Lions is kind of like bull job for the Detroit Lions to be favored to win the NFC North. And I get it. I get it. I mean, you favoring a team that never won a division before, hadn't won it since 91, 92 when it was the NFC Central Division. So from that aspect of it, or that point of view, I definitely understand where they coming from. You know, by people hopping on the bandwagon. Now, if it was the Cowboys or it was another franchise that was popping, the Pittsburgh Steelers, they wouldn't really have an issue with it. But then again, the Lions, y'all got to understand, they've been losers for a long time. People didn't believe in the Cincinnati Bengals. They thought that run they had to the Super Bowl was a fluke. They came, and they should have went to the Super Bowl last year. But then again, the NFL cheated them. You got to call a spade a spade. That's what happened. That was a horrible ref game to make sure Mahomes got there. And I'm a big Patrick Mahomes fan. I'm a big Joe Burrow fan. So I don't have a dog in the race. I like both teams. You know? So I don't have a dog in the race. I'm just calling it how I see it. They wanted to call the hit on Patrick, you know, that they hit on Patrick Mahomes, but there was like several holding calls on that exact same play. But nonetheless, I just feel that the Lions gotta, like, once they even do prove it, it's not even gonna it's not gonna be enough to validate them. They gonna have to follow it up with another winning season or another division title or another Super Bowl, you know, or whatever it may be, the goals that they reach. They gonna have to validate it, and that's what the fans gonna have to understand. Like, dude, it ain't no hate. If I ain't never seen you do something, why would I believe you can do it? No matter what time it's changed on the surface. Unless you added a Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Donald, a Brady, a Marino type of guy, it's hard for people to say so. People got questions still about Jared Goff. Will Ben Johnson have a sophomore hiccup? You know, they don't have the biggest names out there, but we know some of these guys can play, and we know why we started off slow last year. They took too many unnecessary risks on injury-prone players. Pascal started off injured. Anazorki started off injured. But it still is injured. You know? So that's right in the middle of your defense. Kaminsky went down. I mean, you can just keep going on and on and on. And they do have a plethora of talent this year. Jared Goff did look good in the system. You know, you got Jahmyr Gibbs. You know? So, like I continue to say, man, it's just in human nature not to be able to believe something that you ain't seen or ain't seen in a long time. So they about to do the Livonia Carnival again. I will be here to get my elephant ear. I'm gonna come every day for elephant ear. Yep. Because they hard to find. This is one place on Greenfield, like right. What is that? Like Greenfield, right, going like towards Warren, past Fort Road, and it's called Ricky's Sub Shop. They got an elephant ear place in there. Like, dude, they just do dumb shit. They put all this whole bunch of bullshit on the elephant ear instead of just give me Apple, bro. Give me an option for Apple. All that other shit they putting on there, Fruity Pebbles, Fruit Loops, cream and shit on there. It's like, come on now. And then, you know, I don't get on here to bash people's services. And then again, they subs ain't that good neither. They can't even do a fucking elephant ear right. Sorry. So I go to the carnivals and shit. I went one out in Northfield a couple weeks ago. I like going out that way. I'd rather party out that way, shop out that way, go to the movies out that way, go by Northfield, go to Benihana's out that way. It's the best Benihana's. I ain't been to one in Detroit though, but my one in Novi's the best one. Shout out to Chef Will. But yeah, I get hella for you. But the one at the Redford Carnival, that's still the best one I had this year, for sure. But enough about my fantasies of food, because I'm on my strict shit during the middle of the week. On the weekends, yeah, boy, I'm balling. But yeah, man, it's hard for people to understand, man. What they say, men fear what they can't understand and what they can't conquer. So the Lions gotta prove it, man. I don't get mad because I feel the same way. Like I want to believe it, but they didn't trick me so many times into believing it that they can do it, and then they have a golden opportunity to do it and they don't do it. But I will tell you, man, between Jared Goff and Matthew Stafford, and I've done videos on some of this stuff before. One thing about Jared Goff, once he get into a rhythm, he in a rhythm for the rest of the game. Think about Matthew Stafford, when he get hot, it's just in bursts. And a lot of times them bursts come at the second half or the end of the game, and they come back and they beat the team. But when Jared Goff get into a rhythm, that dude, he's on fire. Dude on fire the whole time, bro. And one thing about Jared Goff, he seemed to be able to sustain long drives more than Matthew Stafford. Now, can that be somewhat of a hollow perception? In a way it is, but in a way it is, and in a big way it's not. In a way it is because you said, well, the Lions run the ball more with Jared Goff, so that helps him sustain and get third and manageables and help them extend the drive, and they're more aggressive on fourth downs with Jared Goff compared to with Matthew Stafford. That's because you got the running game. There's no mystery in that. You got the run game. But then again, Matthew Stafford didn't want to run the freaking football, so that's why I really ain't. Matthew Stafford didn't want to run the football in Detroit. He wanted to go around and sling the ball around the field. That's why Jim Caldwell tried to take the ball out of his hands. But, him and Joe Lombardi, whatever, they just couldn't get with that. But when it comes to Jared Goff, he in demand, he don't have an ego when it comes to stats and running the ball and all that, dude. If he got to hand it off 30 times to win the game and only pass it one time, he don't have an issue with it. And that's why they able to sustain drives, because there's no ego involved as far as running the football. And Matthew Stafford was. You see when he went to LA, they forgot how to fucking run the football. And like one of the evolutions of the Lions offense is going to have to be, for them, I think they got to get more complex with their run plays. I like to see more creativity like in Kansas City. I like to see more power plays. But also, I would like to see a diversity in the screen game. I would love to see diversity in a screen game. I would love to see diversity in a screen game. Oh, God. I would love to see diversity in a screen game. Especially with Jahmyr Gibbs and those guys. But like I said, I don't get mad at when the media have a perception. The perception is actually factual. I can't believe you can do something if you never did it. And the crazy thing about it is they're going to have to follow that up. They're going to have to follow it up. It's like an artist with a great hit first single. Okay, you're going to have to follow that up. You got a great rookie album, you got to follow that up and let people know this ain't no sophomore slump. So be prepared. If they do hit off next year, the following year, you got to see if it's real. Same thing with Jalen Hurts going to go through. Can Jalen Hurts do it again? Once you win the Super Bowl, I don't really think that matters anymore. But it's fair criticism in my book, and I'm always gonna keep it real with you. I'm a realist first before I'm a fan. For real, I'm a realist first. So that's my opinion on it. But yeah, let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Financially, want to support the channel, Cash App, $CJ Good313, Venmo CJ Good313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree, find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole not, well, just Spotify and Anchor. I'm sorry. Appreciate the love, support. Check out the Detroit Lions Side playlist. Peace.